Hello, good morning to you. Welcome. Just a informal video today. I just thought I'd try out my Action 4 and the DJI mic on Bluetooth. So this is in my lounge. Apology for the light. It's sort of a horrible day today. It's very overcast and grey. It's currently 9 AM, so even at 9 AM it's still quite dark. I've got my little light on, not the main light. Anyway, I'm babbling because what I want to talk about is what's been going on in the videos. You may notice one of those items was my attire. What my attire has to do with making videos, I have no idea. However, today I'm wearing a t-shirt. Yesterday I was wearing a t-shirt. The day before I was wearing a t-shirt. The day before a t-shirt. Today the t-shirt has this design on it. Quit face. No one cares what you do. It's a slogan. And if you want a t-shirt like this or any other t-shirts I have designed, then you can go onto my shop, andywrightshop.co.uk, where you'll find loads of different t-shirts, loads of different merchandise, very reasonable prices that you can go and have a look at, and maybe you want to buy one and help support the channel. Because certainly the money that I receive from YouTube is pence. I've said this many times before, it's pence, and you only get that every month. Maybe you get £20 a month if you're lucky. The amount of views are important, and I do look at my stats every day, and I find out that my stats are pretty poor sometimes. Go back through the stats and have a look at the various views. So media, it's all fear-mongering. This was recently published yesterday, so 43, and of course it has 1 thumbs down, 2 here, the 3 billion for 100 years, 41, 1 thumbs down. The Royal Court's decision, which we're talking about in this video, over 1,000. That's not 38,000 like the other channel. 2 thumbs down. Civil servants have huge bonuses, 141, 1 thumbs down. Labour majority, no grooming gang, 68, 2 thumbs down. Ban gas boilers, 50, 1 thumbs down. That was a redirect advert, so we're not worried about that. Walk like a penguin, 71, 1 thumbs down. A cautionary tale about one-to-one help, 97, 2 thumbs down. Even the happy to admit I'm wrong, 1 thumbs down. Plane crashes and near misses, 37, 1 thumbs down. This one again generated some comments. Call for election petition, 2,500, 4 thumbs down. Electricity generation, 100%, 100%. Digital ID coming, 115. Even this one here, which was a different subject, missing climate change money, 39 views. Traitor to the UK, 98 views, 1 thumbs down. Talking about long-term sick, back to work, 847, 2 thumbs down. DVLA could revoke your licence, 1,300, 3 thumbs down. An advert for Friday Night Live, 1 thumbs down. This was talking about euthanasia, 92, 1 thumbs down. Sick fluencers was subjects on the other channels, 125, 1 thumbs down. Motability, 88, 1 thumbs down. The original, 102, 100%. Foundation grant, 85, 1 thumbs down. Hidden documents, DWP, 120, 1 thumbs down. More labour fines, blue badge, 4 thumbs down. And then talking about broadband for benefits, 136, 1 thumbs down. So comments have been made over the last day or two on various videos, and I want to try and address them in a sensible fashion. So number one, obviously the attire thing has been quite interesting. I mean, the t-shirt that I've been wearing in my house, privacy of my house, does it affect the way that the video is made? Does it affect the quality of the video? Does it affect the quality of the information provided? I would argue probably not. I don't work for the BBC or GB News or any of the other large professional international organisations. I don't work for them. I don't have to dress. There's no dress code. In fact, if you're looking downwards, you can see that I'm wearing a pair of shorts. It's my house. It's fairly warm in here. I mean, I like it nice and warm. I don't like cold houses. I can have my heating on. It's eco-friendly. I've got a heat pump, solar powered, and I can put it onto 24 and it will be on that day all through the day. If it doesn't come on, it means it's more than 24. If it comes on, it's less than 24. At night time it goes down to about 20, I think it is. I think it's set to 20-ish or 22, something like that, at night time, because I don't like it hot at night. Anyway, again, I'm rambling, so let me get back to the point. The point is, coming on, people come on to this channel, and I have been doing videos on and off for about 10 years. I know YouTube tells me that I've been on YouTube for 18 years, but I know that at least 8 or 10 of those I didn't really make videos. I had an account, obviously, to go and watch videos myself, but I never really made videos. Currently, I have developed, obviously, my travel channel. That's monetized and has 2,500 subscribers. It should really, technically, after all this time, have over 20,000, but obviously it suffered in the early days from trolls and abuse, and it never really got the incentive and the push required. So it isn't as good as it should have been. Well, it should be, rather. Anyway, recently I started another channel to move all of the travel channels videos over to the other channel, which would only those videos which are UK based. So there's a UK based travel channel, and there's my other channel, which is my Thailand based videos. So the one with the Thailand videos, 2,500 subscribers. My other one currently has about 400. That's within a matter of months. Go away. So within a few months, I've managed to achieve quite a large following on my other channel. So it just proved that the algorithm or the videos or whatever it is, I'm making the same sort of quality videos. Let me just tell you that. So the travel channel videos, both of them, the quality is the same. It's me editing the same. So why is that one currently nearly 400 or whatever it is. And soon, if it gets to 500, be able to monetize it. My travel channel took at least 2 years to get anywhere near it. We were below 1,000 for at least 2 years. That one was started back in 2016, I think it was, when I first started going, well, the year after I started going to Thailand. And I saw an opportunity there to do some accessibility videos. And it sort of took off, first of all, until it got attacked. I can say that word. It got attacked by people who were in Thailand, who were jealous of people going to Thailand, and more so, they were jealous of disabled people doing what they're doing, living life. And I know that because I had a lot of personal comments, a lot of abuse. I will tell you that I even had some very nasty death threats as well. Now, whether they would have followed through with that, I don't know, but the point is that they were made in writing, and I had to spend all that time trying to fight them. And in the end, it got to the point where I was actually considering giving up. But then I thought, no. Now, some of the videos I had on that channel, I thought were not appropriate for travel, but they were appropriate for disability. So I started Talking Really. And Talking Really started from nothing. And it was about, 2 or 3 years after I started the travel channel. And suddenly we started to grow. And on that channel, obviously in the early days, when you could talk about anything, and then of course they brought in the censorship thing, and YouTube were deleting channels for talking about subjects which they deemed were not appropriate, i.e., talking about the various things that were going on 4 years ago, which I'm not going to mention, but you know what I'm on about. So I had my channel nearly lost twice just for putting up a video about this subject. So I was worried about that, so I stopped doing them. I stopped doing those videos. I started doing more specific disability videos, so DWP and all of that. But, and also I should say that there aren't many, if you go and search for channels that do specifically that sort of video. I can name probably 3 others apart from myself. But when you look at what they do exactly the same as me. They talk about the same subjects, and they talk about sometimes in a less enthusiastic way, with less information. I try to do my research. I try to make sure that any subject I do is giving both sides of the argument, and I resist from giving my personal opinion on it, because that's not what we're here for. But if you look at those channels, those 2 or 3 channels, I can talk about one of them. They've got 3 times as many subscribers, 12,000, over 12,000 now, and we've got 4. And basically, they came along even when we were still obviously quite big. They were small, and they've overtaken us. But they only do the same stuff. In fact, I did a test. I actually cheated. I did a test. I took one of their videos, the subject matter, and I made a direct comparison copy, like in my own words. I think I even used the same thumbnail and just added my logo. But and the SEO as well, the SEO, the tags, the title, and the description I put in there from that of the video, which I thought, well, they've got, like, what was it about? I think it was about 38,000 views, something like that, anyway, some ridiculous number, which proves that there are, well, 38,000 possible people that could watch my stuff, but they don't. But I did this comparison video, and I think in the end, even making the adjustment to allow for the fact that they've got 3 times as many subscribers as I have. My views were nowhere near in comparison. Probably got less than sort of 500 views or whatever it was, and I can't remember exactly now. But when they were getting 38,000 views and I was getting 500 for exactly the same video, exactly the same contents. In fact, I think I recall I did actually expand on the contents as well. So I did add on a little bit more information where they hadn't supplied it. So in actual fact, what's that prove to you? Does that prove that something's going on? Now, what is that? I don't know. I've been trying to wrap my brains for the last, 8 years, 9 years, trying to find out why our numbers are down. And as somebody said, we do have the occasional burst of views and increasing numbers. It does happen, but it's very rare. And when you go back through the videos, as we're going to do now, I'm going to show you. The whole point about this is the last 8 to 10 videos, less than 100 views. Why? And there is also this thing about the algorithm. It takes into account, obviously, the number of views, but also the number of likes and dislikes. Now, what happened with the travel channel was people were deliberately giving it a dislike. And some of the videos actually had like 20 to 30 dislikes compared to likes, which was like 1. So the algorithm would see that and go, oh, well, nobody likes that video, so we won't recommend it. And they were doing that with every single video. Now, when the algorithm sees that, there's no way around that. You can't fight it. Basically, they're not going to recommend you. So this is why numbers were down. And I suspect that because we get on nearly every video, as you can see, the thumbs down, it's at least 1, maybe 2 or 3, but there's always 1. Or I say always, 99% chance of having a thumbs down. It's true that there is somebody, at least one person, who is doing this deliberately to, because they know full well that it affects the YouTube algorithm. I've sort of gone off on a tangent here. I'm trying to explain to you that there are some people who will do this deliberately, and certainly my knowledge of the last 8 to 10 years, I've seen patterns develop. So patterns of things that happen. So people come on with whatever account, whether it's fake or not, I don't know. I can't tell. But they come on, they make comments, they make disparaging comments, they make abuse comments, they make insulting comments, and then they go, and then you never see them again. They will do that consistently, and obviously with the thumbs down. Now again, I don't know if it's them or not, but it's certainly somebody. Somebody's doing it deliberately on every single video. What's the purpose of that? Why? You might not like the content, but I don't know the last time. I watch many videos a day, and I don't know the last time I did that, put a thumbs down. I don't even know the last time I made a comment. Well, I do know when I made a comment. I made a comment the other day, but it was relevant, and it was encouraging, and it was positive. What I'm saying is, I don't know ever in my whole life that I've made a comment which has been nasty, or insulting, or even disparaging, or even negative. I don't bother making comments. If I feel that I need to make a disparaging comment, I scroll on. I just move on. I don't bother. And I won't go back to that channel. If something in that channel I don't like, I will unsubscribe if I am subscribed, and I will not go back. So the people that keep on coming back and they're saying, oh, your channel's rubbish, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're wearing t-shirts, for God's sake. You're wearing t-shirts which are sleeveless t-shirts. I know that there is a sort of a term for them. It's called a wife beater t-shirt, but that's a name somebody's given it. And it's not even a nice name. I don't call it that. It's a sleeveless t-shirt. I can wear it around my house. I wear it on holiday. They're comfortable. They give you armpits some breathing space. So for somebody to say, come on there and start slacking you off just because you have a t-shirt, it makes me wonder the motivation. And this is what I'm trying to get to the point of this, is the motivation of some people is possibly deliberate. And think about it, there is a term, I want to talk about this subject because I'm going to do a separate video, but it's called gaslighting. And also there's a whole thing in the background that you may or may not believe, that's entirely up to you. But there are people out there who work for agencies. In particular, it's run by the government actually. It's called the 77 Brigade, and they are a military operation that were active during the last 4 years. They would go onto social media and they would comment on posts and they would put down anybody making any truthful comments. They would sort of disparage and insult and use these sort of tactics that would cause people who are reading it, they would read it and they would go, oh, he don't sound like a very nice chap. Maybe I won't come back. And this is the point, that if they're doing that, and I can't prove it, any of this, but I just have this suspicion. And over history, over time, I've seen the pattern come and go. And the pattern is that these people come on, they want to disparage you, they want to discredit you, and then everybody that reads that comment will think, oh, that guy's not very nice. The information that he's providing can't be truthful because he's not very nice. He wears t-shirts with no sleeves. He looks scruffy. He looks scruffy. I mean, what sense has that got to do with making videos? I have no idea. So the other thing that there was, a comment was made on the court action result. Now, I was actually quite shocked by that because it wasn't a deliberate act of making that clickbait, but clearly it is a clickbait title. I don't use them. And I will challenge anybody to go through all of my videos and find another clickbait title. I challenge you to do that. Please do it. I'd be very interested and I'd be very shocked to find one. And if it is a clickbait title, it wasn't deliberate. While it's a good title, and it probably is clickbait, it does sum up the underlying reason behind the court case. Because the whole point about it was that they are going to remove people's money. And the other comment was, oh, but they're going to carry on doing it. Yes, they are. And again, that was another video I was going to make about that. But obviously people need to be writing comments. They need to be expressing their opinions. And of course, everybody's right. I think the whole problem is that we have to be very aware that some of these people that come on, the first time, the first comment, ooh, you're scruffy, you know. Now, if it'd been somebody like a Patreon or somebody who'd been on there for a few years, you might laugh that off. You might say, oh yeah, it's scruffy, yeah. What reaction would you expect to get? I'm happy for people to say whatever they like. And contrary to what some people say, that there's censorship on this channel, there isn't. I do have a security system which certain words come up, then they get flagged and I have to approve or disapprove the comment. That's fair enough. Based on previous occurrences and history, because people were saying stuff. I'm going to put a comment up on screen now for you to see. This is a real comment and was put on my travel channel. And these comments were coming every single day. Okay. Now, when I say that my mum and dad are actually now deceased, no longer with us, and they were still doing it, still putting these comments up, you can see how offensive and deliberately offensive that is. So anyway, I think I've gone on for about half an hour now. Probably have to chop this down a little bit because it's a little bit long and boring. But I feel that I need to explain. I need to tell you how it is, and I really am very confident that this whole situation, all of these comments, all these people coming on who are making disparaging, discouraging comments, are either completely innocent and they're just unlucky that they've turned up, or it is deliberate, as I think it is, and it is to discourage and discredit for everybody else to see. And if they think that, oh, that's not very nice of that bloke, then they're not going to come back and they're not going to watch and they're going to unsubscribe. Now, I am hoping that I have explained this in reasonable terms and that you can understand and that you are still here at the end of the video, because it is a subject that is quite difficult to talk about, but I felt I needed to talk about it. Majority of people are male. Viewer age 65 plus. This is what I was looking for. This is not subscribed, 80%. So 80% of viewers are not subscribed. So the 4,000 viewers that we have subscribed are not watching it. Only 20% are watching that videos that we have. Anyway, I'm going to dash off now, edit this video, and I'll catch you very soon. So have a good day. And don't forget, you want to buy t-shirts, AndyWrightShop.co.uk. Okay, bye for now.